Hello friends, welcome to Civil 3D Pro Tips and Tricks channel. So today I am going to show you how you can calculate quantity for each cross sections using sample line method. So let's start the video. If you have not seen how to create sample lines and how to create surfaces, so please watch our first part for the quantity video. So here I am having corridor, I have two surfaces, top and datum, and I'm having simple 3.5 meter cross section, and for this I have created this proposed design profile. So I want to calculate the quantity for this. So how can I do that? So first I will create the sample lines. So I have to select the alignment. So this is my alignment. So it will show me the available surfaces in my drawing. So this is my corridor. So I will give for corridor I will give assembly creation style, and these are my proposed surfaces. So for this I will give proposed ground. So these are the four surfaces which will be added in my sample lines. So now the next is, this is sample line menu. So in this various options are there. So I will select, I want to create sample lines at range of station. So I will select this option. So in this I want to create it from the start to end, and I want 30 meter on both sides, and I want it at 10 meter intervals. So I will select 10 meter intervals, and I don't want any points at geometric or super elevation location, so I will keep them as a false. This will create sample lines at 10 meter intervals. So you can see this is the sample lines that are created. So I will give space or enter to accept the solution. So this is my sample lines. If you want to learn detail about how you can use multiple options in this sample lines, please check our first part of video. So now the next thing is, I will create cross sections, multiple cross sections. So once you select this option, you will see these things. So in that, select the draft, so you can see all the cross section in one view, and you can select various options, range, data bands. So I will select for now design with offset, and for I will select this propose and existing, and rest things I will keep as it is, and I will select the origin. So this will create multiple cross section view at 10 meter intervals. And I have added corridor also, so it will show me the different pavement layers as well. So you can see this is at the super elevation location. This is the ground profile. These are my proposed level, existing levels, and offset. So now I want to calculate quantities. What is the cutting filling quantity for this? So how can I do that? So for that, the next thing I have to use is compute materials. So what I will do is, I will compute one material between my proposed surface and the ground surface. So I will go to this, I will select compute material, and I will select the sample line. So it will give me one menu. So here I have to select the existing ground and the proposed. So for proposed I will select datum surface, so I will get the exact cut fill quantity. I will calculate pavement quantities separately. So this will only give me proposed ground and existing ground. So I will compute the material between them. So this is done. So you can see the material has been computed. Uh, this is cutting section. So from the bottom surface to the ground surface, the material has been computed. So if I see any fill cross section, you can see from the bottom of the pavement layer, the material has been computed. So now the next thing is, I want to see the quantity of this cut fill volume. So how can I do that? So I will go to the sample line, section view properties, and in this menu I will select the second option, that is change volume, and in this I will select total volume and I will simply add the table in my cross section. So you can see you can change the offset and everything if you want, and just click OK, and just click again OK. So now you will have uh, quantities at 10 meter interval. So this section view is not updated, that's why this corridor quantities are coming on the cross section view. So just select any of the section and select this option, update section view layout. So this will automatic adjust this, and this will give you the quantities at each section. So you can see at this location, this is my cut area, this is fill area. So you can see there's only fill. Cut volume, this is fill volume, this is cumulative cut volume from the 0 to this chainage, and this is cumulative fill volume, and this is net volume up to this chainage. So generally we do this exercise in Excel, but you can directly do it in Civil 3D. Now the next thing is, suppose I want to calculate payment quantities as well. So how can I do that? So I have only added existing and proposed ground. So now I need payment shapes as well. So how can I add that? So I have to go to the section view. In the same menu, you can see there is an option of adding materials. But if I see currently, there is no material here. So what I will do is I will again go to the compute material menu. So go to the section and compute material menu. Go to the same sample line. So you can see this is my material list, and these two surfaces are added. Now what I will do is I will import some criteria, because in this only surface criteria is there which is comparing two surface. So I will import another criteria and I will select road construction. So you can see in this different corridor shapes are there. So I will select for surface pave 1, binder I will select pave 2, for base I will select base, and for sub base I will select sub base. Just click OK. So it will compute these materials as well, and this is material list 4. So now the materials are added. So what I will do is I will create similar type of table for the payment layers as well. So what I will do is I will go to the section view properties, select any of the section, right click and go to the section view properties, go to the change volume menu. So now I will select one more so this is total volume and this is material volume. So I will select material, this is table style, so I will use the same style, simple, and I will add that. So you can see there is nothing in this one, so I will change my material list from here. So now all the materials are visible now, and the gap is 41, so I will say 20 meter, and these are dynamic cross sections. So now if I click on OK, it will calculate the quantity for the payment layers as well. And now if I click one more OK, there will be one more table which will give you the quantity of payment layers at different chainages. You can see this is material name, this is surface area, volume, and cumulative volume. Now you can see the view is not correct, so I will just update the section view layout. So this way you can make it in presentable format. You can keep these two quantities on this side or you can show it on either side. So you can do this setup in the section view style, but this way you can calculate the pavement quantities at 10 meter intervals. And one more thing is, these quantities are dynamic. So suppose if I do any changes in the profile, so let's say if I go to the geometry editor and I will raise the entire profile, let's say by 0.3 meter. So once I do changes in the profile, my corridor in the left, you can see it is now not the broken status. So what I will do is I will rebuild this corridor. So once I will rebuild this corridor, this quantities will updated automatically. So just wait for a few seconds. So when you have large files, like you have 5-10 kilometers in one file, I suggest you use data shortcuts for calculating this. So you can see now the quantities are updated based on that. Volumes and everything is updated based on that. And the other thing you can try is you can give different shapes for each material. So if you go in this material section properties, you can see different styles are there. So you can select different styles for each layer, and this way you can use these quantities. So these quantities are accurate, and means instead of Excel, if you do in this one, this will be more accurate compared to the Excel one. So this is it for this video, and for the latest videos, please subscribe our channel, or please like our Facebook page as well. Thank you for watching this video.